Before I tell you anything about what I do, I want to say something that's probably true whether you ever work with me or not. A lot of families inherit farmland and suddenly find themselves trying to make a major financial decision in the middle of grief, stress, and family dynamics. Mom and dad pass away. Maybe one sibling farms and the others don't. Maybe nobody farms anymore. Maybe some family members want to keep the farm. Maybe some family members want to sell the farm. Maybe everyone agrees, but nobody really knows what the process actually looks like. Sometimes one child's farmed with mom and dad for 30 years, and other siblings live 3 states away and simply see the farm as an asset. Neither person is necessarily wrong. We just need to each have the perspective to see the other person's point of view. But those conversations can get emotional very quickly, and there's history, expectations when there's money involved. Here's what I actually do. I help families sell farmland, manage farmland for absentee owners, and work with buyers and investors looking to purchase quality farm ground. Most of the farms I work with involve estate situations, family transitions, retirement, or inherited property. Some farms sell at auctions, some sell privately. Some families decide not to sell at all. That's just the reality of it. Now I want to tell you a few things I'm not going to do because honestly that probably tells you more than anything else I could say. I'm not going to guarantee you a sale price I can't control. The final value of farmland depends on a lot of things outside anybody's control. Interest rates, commodity prices, investor demand, local operators, farm quality, drainage, location, timing, the number of motivated buyers in the market at the moment. Anybody who guarantees a number before the market speaks is guessing. I'm not going to pressure you into an auction if an auction isn't right for you. Sometimes a private sale makes more sense. Sometimes a family needs more time. Sometimes emotions are still fresh and people simply aren't ready. And sometimes an auction is absolutely the best way to maximize value. Every situation is different. I'm not going to pretend that all auctions are the same either. A lot of companies today have moved to online only auctions because they're easier to run and they think they can get by with substituting legwork with online ads. And for some properties, online only may work perfectly fine. But there's a trade-off that most families never get explained clearly. The simple reality is this: farmland is an emotional purchase in most cases. The neighbor who farms next to that ground for 30 years is emotional. The tenant may be emotional. The local farmers who rarely get the opportunity to buy ground close to home are emotional. Investors can get emotional. Families get emotional. And when you put those bidders together in a live environment, all while also inviting online bidding at the same time, that's an energy and competitiveness that can push prices higher than people expect, especially on quality farms. I've seen situations where one bidder thought they were done, then they saw another local operator bid across the room and decided they weren't going home without that farm. That kind of emotional competitiveness is hard to recreate in a purely online environment. Our company still believes in live auctions, supported by strong online bidding because we believe competitive tension matters. When a family is selling $1 million asset, squeezing out the last few percentage matter. You only get one chance to sell that farm. I'm also not going to hide how commissions work. Some sellers prefer traditional commission structure. Some choose what's called a buyer's premium, where part of the commission is paid by the buyer instead of entirely by the seller. Some families like that approach, some don't. Buyers are smart. They factor all of it into their bidding anyway, in most cases. My job is simply to explain the options honestly and help structure the sale in a way that gives the family the best overall outcome. I'm not going to tell you that every farm should be sold immediately either. Sometimes holding the farm is the right decision. Sometimes keeping it in the family makes sense. Sometimes absentee owners simply need better management and oversight instead of selling. Part of my job is helping people think clearly through these problems instead of rushing them into a decision. I'm not going to bash the other auction companies or brokers. There are good people in this business. If another company is a better fit for your situation, I'll tell you that honestly. Now here's what I will do. After years of working with farm families, estate situations, absentee owners, and investors here in Indiana, one thing I've learned is that no two situations are ever exactly the same. I'll give you a realistic opinion of value based on actual comparable sales and current market conditions. I'll explain the pros and cons of different selling methods. I'll help your family understand the process before any decisions are made. If we choose to move forward, we'll market the property aggressively to local operators, investors, and qualified buyers in the region. If we do an auction, we'll create the strongest competitive environment possible to try to maximize the final sale price. Most importantly, I'll treat you and your family with respect. because for a lot of people, this isn't just another transaction. This is a farm that's been in the family for a long time in most cases. If you want to have a conversation, reach out to me directly. If you're not ready yet, that's perfectly fine too. It's not going to tell. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you this is a once in a lifetime opportunity or pressure you to some fake deadline. I just think families deserve honest information before making a major decision about their land. That's it.